Today we're going to talk about cause and effect. We talked about this before when we read if you give a mouse a cookie, if you give a moose a muffin, if you give a cat a cupcake. If you remember, the cause usually happens first, and it's why it happened. And the effect is what happens next, or what happened. And there are some signal or clue or transition words that have to do with cause and effect, like because, so, as a result, therefore, due to, since, for this reason, leads to. So if we're looking at this picture that's on my slide that I made, we see the cause is on the left and it's green in the background. Why something's happening. So what's that dog doing? Running, maybe jumping in that muddy puddle. Yep. And then we have the effect, which is what happened after. Well, look at him on the right side of the poster as well as with the blue background. He looks very happy, or she. And what else? Yeah, muddy and dirty. That's right. So the cause is that the dog ran and jumped into the muddy puddle. And the effect is he or she got muddy and dirty. So we're going to read Click, Clack, Moo Cows That Type today and try and identify some of the causes and effects. You ready? So here's our book. Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type. It is by Doreen Cronin, and pictures are by Betsy Lewis, which means Doreen Cronin is the author, she writes the words, and Betsy Lewis is the illustrator who draws the pictures. So if you remember, we are going to be looking for causes and effects in this story today. All right, this is one of my favorites. Click, clack, moo, cows that type. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Poor Farmer Brown. Look at his face. He is not very happy. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible! Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. I think I see a cause and effect here without the author writing about it. I believe the click, clack, moo noise is the cause, and the effect is Farmer Brown is walking toward or going into the barn where the cows are. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. So here Farmer Brown is looking at a note that the cows typed. So the cause is that the cows are cold. And what's the effect? What did it cause, or what happened because the cows are cold? Think for a minute. Yeah, they typed a note to Farmer Brown and said they would like electric blankets. It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets? No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. What does the note say? Sorry, we're closed. No milk today. So when they go on strike, that means they're not going to do their job because Farmer Brown is not doing what they want. So the cause for this now is that Farmer Brown said, no way, no blankets. And what effect did that have? The cows decided they're closed. no milk. No milk today, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown's actions or choices are causing the cows to type letters. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed. No milk, no eggs. No eggs, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard them. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. I'll show you the picture. Cows that type? Hens on strike? Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs? Farmer Brown was furious. So what caused Farmer Brown to be furious or super duper mad? The cause is that he's not getting any milk from the cows or eggs from the hens, right? And the effect is Farmer Brown is furious, which means really, really mad. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown. So the cows' notes are a cause, and they caused Farmer Brown to get his own typewriter and write his own notes. Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. Neutral means Duck's not on the cow's side or on Farmer Brown's side. He's just on his own side. So here he is bringing the note to the cows. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. At their nighttime meeting. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. So Farmer Brown's note was the cause for the cows' emergency meeting. And now they want Farmer Brown to decide if he wants to get them electric blankets or if he wants them to continue typing notes. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. So the cause is that the cows came up with a good idea, and the effect is that Farmer Brown decided to buy the electric blankets. The next morning he got a note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clickety, clack, quack. So now instead of having cows that type, since Duck was supposed to deliver the typewriter to Farmer Brown, he's got ducks that type. And it looks like the typewriter was the cause, and the effect is the ducks got the diving board. Click, clack, moo, cows that type. So this is a really silly story, and of course it's fantasy because cows don't really type and neither do ducks. But it was a really good story to show cause and effect. There were a lot of causes, the things that happened first, and a lot of different effects. I'd love it if you would write in your notebook or talk to someone at home about one cause and one effect from the story. I hope you liked it. We're going to be reading No, David to practice cause and effect again tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.